Mix sweetened condensed milk with cornstarch. This might be the most delicious dessert you'll ever taste. Start by sifting about 2 cups of cornstarch to remove any lumps and get a smooth texture. The cornstarch forms the base of the dessert. Into the bowl with the cornstarch, pour in 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. I used about 7 ounces. Then add about 3 tablespoons of softened butter. The butter makes the dough smooth and adds a subtle buttery flavor. Mix everything thoroughly until the dough is sticky but smooth and lump-free. Transfer the dough into a rectangular dish and smooth it out. Then place it onto a cutting board and shape it into a flat rectangle about 1/2 inch thick. Use a knife to score the dough into a grid. This step is important to portion it evenly. Roll each square into a ball. You'll get around 20 pieces from this recipe. Arrange the balls on a greased baking tray or pan. Finally, press each ball gently with a fork to create a classic pattern on top. Bake in a preheated oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 to 10 minutes. And that's it. Soft, buttery cookies with a delicate milk flavor and amazing aroma. It's a quick and easy recipe with only 3 ingredients. Perfect when guests show up unannounced. Drop a lemon into boiling water. You won't believe how delicious something this simple can be. Boiling softens the peel and reduces bitterness. Once it's ready, slice the whole lemon, peel and all, into chunks and place it in a large jar. Add 3 large eggs, about 3/4 of a cup of sugar, a bit under 1/2 cup of milk, and the same amount of vegetable oil. But don't blend it yet. First, add the special flour mix. I'll tell you what it is in a moment. Then blend everything until smooth and pale yellow with a slightly thick, pourable consistency. The secret mix is about 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of corn flour, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Grease a cake pan or small baking dish and pour in the mixture. Bake in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 45 minutes. The top should rise and turn lightly golden. While the cake bakes, prepare the glaze. Squeeze a bit of fresh lemon juice into a small bowl and mix with 1 cup of powdered sugar until smooth and glossy. Once the cake is done, let it cool slightly and pour the warm glaze generously over the top. You'll get a soft, springy citrus cake with a crisp lemon glaze that melts in your mouth. Dust with powdered sugar if you like, or enjoy it just as it is. Let me share 3 kitchen tricks you probably didn't know. Each one is super simple but surprisingly effective. First, if you place eggs in a bowl of water, you can quickly check their freshness. Fresh eggs will sink and lie flat on the bottom. The ones that float to the surface are spoiled and shouldn't be used. This method works every time. The second trick is about blueberries. Just drop them into water. The ripe and sweeter ones will sink, while the sour or underripe berries will float. It's an easy way to pick the tastiest ones. And if you have unripe avocados at home, place one in a Ziploc bag with a banana. Bananas release ethylene, a natural gas that speeds up the ripening process. Your avocado will soften and ripen within a day. No more waiting for days. These 3 simple hacks will make your life in the kitchen much easier. Culinary tricks taught in cooking courses. These clever peeling hacks save me a lot of time and stress. Take an orange and cut off both ends. Then, make a single cut in the peel and lay the fruit flat. This creates orange wedges that are easy to remove from the peel without having to peel the whole fruit. Mushrooms appear in many recipes. Before frying or cooking them, they often need to be sliced. To do this quickly like a chef, remove the stems first. Then stack the caps on top of each other. A long skewer will also be useful. Insert it through the mushrooms and slice them with a knife. This trick makes cutting a whole pack of mushrooms 3 times faster. Celery is a healthy and delicious ingredient. Few people know there's a quick way to get rid of its stringy parts. To do this, grab the celery by both ends and bend it. The tougher end will naturally break at the right spot. Then, lift it upwards and pull it towards the other end of the vegetable. Like magic, the stringy parts will come right off. Many people avoid buying pomelo due to the difficulty of peeling it. The thick membranes inside can be annoying and hard to separate. There's a clever trick for this. Simply slice the fruit, including the skin, into slices about 3 centimeters thick. Then, cut the slices in half. Using your hands, Separate the juicy parts of the fruit. They come off easily without sticking to the white membrane. Let us know which city you're watching from. Every avocado lover should know this trick. If you've ever cut yourself while peeling or removing the pit, this method will save you a lot of hassle. Cut the avocado in half, then put the knife down. The pit can be removed in a less invasive way. Just press on the other side of the avocado, right where the pit is, and push it out from the green flesh without damaging it. You can remove the skin in 2 ways. The first requires a knife. Lay the avocado half flat and cut it in half again. Then, grab the end of the skin and peel it off the green part. It should come off easily. The second method works better for very ripe avocados. Hold one half in one hand, and with the other, use a large spoon to scoop the flesh out of the skin. Peeling kiwi isn't the easiest task, but there's a simple trick for it. Just cut off both ends of the kiwi. Then, using a metal spoon, slip it between the skin and the fruit. Rotate the spoon all around until the fruit pops out of the skin. Done. Mango can be a nightmare for chefs, all because of its hard-to-remove pit. Start by making vertical cuts down the mango, making sure the knife reaches the pit. Then, pull off the quarters. To remove the skin, you'll need a glass. Press the edge of a mango quarter against the rim of the glass, as close to the skin as possible. With a steady motion, press down, and the glass will separate the skin from the flesh in seconds. I don't peel garlic anymore. It's a waste of time and energy. All you need is a simple jar. Lightly crush the garlic head, toss it into the jar, and shake it vigorously so the garlic cloves hit the sides. After a few seconds, open the jar, and voila, the cloves have peeled themselves. I also don't use a knife to shred white cabbage. It's time-consuming, and the pieces are always too thick. Instead, I grab a piece of cabbage and use a regular vegetable peeler. Quick strokes along the edge will shave the cabbage into perfectly thin pieces. It's much faster than using a knife. Did you know about this trick? Place your hand on the edge of the dough and gently spread your fingers. With the other hand, lightly pull the dough between the fingers. This way you'll shape beautiful, even petals. It's an easy trick to give your dough a decorative shape. Take a piece of parchment paper and snip each edge with scissors, being careful not to cut all the way through. Place the paper in a muffin tin and press it down with the bottom of a glass to shape it perfectly. Now pour in the batter. These DIY liners work great, and your cupcakes will look flawless. Try this trick next time you bake. Coat a spoon with oil and spread it evenly. Then add honey and see how easily it slides off. No sticking to the spoon. An easy way to separate yolk from white. Just use a plastic bottle. Gently squeeze it, place it over the yolk, and release. The yolk goes right into the bottle, leaving the white behind. First, snip the corners of the parchment paper. Then, pour a little water on the baking tray and lay the paper on top. This keeps the paper from shifting and makes baking easier. Before placing paper liners in the muffin tray, pour some dry rice into each cavity. The rice absorbs excess moisture. Now place the liners, pour in the batter, and bake. After baking, the muffins come out easily with perfectly dry, crispy bottoms. Place plastic wrap in the freezer for a few minutes. Once chilled, it's easier to tear off and won't stick together. Try this trick. Fold a standard sheet of parchment paper in half, then fold it again. Fold it into a triangle shape. Place the pointed end at the center of the baking pan. Trim off the excess paper that extends beyond the edge. When you unfold the paper, you'll have a perfectly sized round sheet for your pan. Don't store flour in the pantry with other foods. Keep it in the freezer to protect it from pantry moths and extend its freshness. I learned this method while working in a restaurant. I place a regular vegetable grater inside a plastic document sleeve. Then I put a bead inside. This way, I can grate it without any mess or stained hands and surfaces around me.